everyone! Happy New Year! Happy 2023! In today's video, we're going to answer 5 important questions about dachshund mixes. So let's start with the first one. The first question is, where do dachshunds even come from? Well, originally, dachshunds were bred in Germany. The word Dachs for badger, Hund for dog, badger dog. So that's originally what they were bred to do. Now, you can also find pictures on the internet of people hunting with their dachshunds, taking down wild boar and pheasants and quail, and dachshunds were originally bred to hunt badgers and vermin and smaller animals, things like that. Although they used to be a bit different than what we're used to now. They were more terrier-like. They probably looked more like a basset hound. So they are considered a working breed. They are considered a hunting dog. So these dogs are going to have chase instincts. They're going to want to chase after rabbits, squirrels, birds, that kind of thing. That's what they were bred to do. That's their instinct. I see bird, I must chase. So the second question is, how big is my dachshund mix going to get? Well, that's going to depend really on what your dog is mixed with, whether that's a standard dachshund, a miniature dachshund, as well as what other breed they're mixed with. Henry, for example, is a dachshund miniature pinscher mix. At least, I think so, based on his looks. Standard dachshund is going to get anywhere from 7.5 to 14.5 kilograms or 16 to 32 pounds. Or a miniature dachshund is going to be anywhere from 4 to 5 kilograms or about 11 pounds or under. Henry is a solid 19.5 pounds. So I'm guessing he's mixed with a standard dachshund, because that's well within the range. I don't know, that's just my guess. The third question is lifespan. What kind of lifespan should I expect for my dachshund mix? Well, again, that's going to depend on what breeds they're mixed with, and also to do with their own individual genetics. But a dachshund's typical lifespan is anywhere from 12 to 16 years, and then you can kind of guesstimate where your dog is going to fall as far as range, just based on what they're mixed with. So Henry, for example, dachshund miniature pinscher mix. So the dachshunds are 12 to 16 years, like I said. Miniature pinschers, funny enough, are also 12 to 16 years, so my math is easy. Now the fourth question is perhaps a bit of a stereotype for dachshunds. It has to do with their backs. Will my dachshund mix have back problems? Honestly, the answer to this really is it depends. There's no definite yes or no. Purebred dachshunds can be prone to back problems, just as purebred German Shepherds can be prone to hip dysplasia. It's not an automatic guarantee. There are things you can do to mitigate that and prevent it. The best way to mitigate back problems really is going to depend on, firstly, whether or not you allow your dog up on the furniture. I personally allow Henry up on the furniture all the time, but I do try to do it safely. What I mean by that is at stairs, a ramp, or training your dog to sit in front of the furniture so that you can then pick them up to bring them up with you, where they ask permission to come up instead of just jumping. It's also going to depend on, well, again, the breed that they're mixed with. Is that breed also prone to back problems? Honestly, with this question, my answer is it depends. You should check with your vet. That's really it. That's what it comes down to. And we're coming up to the fifth question, the last question. But if this video has been helpful to you so far, then I hope you'll consider clicking the like button and subscribing down below for more content so you don't miss any future uploads. Now, the fifth question that I want to talk about is, will my dachshund mix get along with cats? This may or may not apply to you, but I thought it's a good question, right? How many people have a cat and a dog? The answer is yes. They can get along if they're introduced properly and slowly with lots of monitoring, like I had to do with Henry and Belle, then yes, they can absolutely get along. Henry is 4, he'll be 5 in June. Belle just turned 3 last month. So really now, they kind of act like brother and sister. It's pretty cute. She wants to play with him. He gets on her nerves. She gets annoyed. She comes running to me, Mom! And then I have to break it up. And then other times I come along and they are both in Henry's bed, sound asleep. Everything's perfectly harmonious. Nobody's bothering anybody, and life is good. Now, one thing I have had to contend with with Henry is because he is a Dachshund mix and they were bred to hunt. He does want to chase Belle, quite a bit. He'll chase her all around the apartment. Now, sometimes she wants to play chase, sometimes she doesn't, and sometimes he doesn't listen when she says stop because his instincts have taken over. And at that point, I do have to step in and intervene because he starts to get too rough. That's a problem. But overall, yeah, they get along very well. So there you have it, 5 questions about Dachshund mixes. If you've enjoyed today's video, please let me know by clicking that like button down below. And let me know down in the comments, what questions do you have about Dachshund mixes? Maybe if we get enough together, I can do a part 2. And I'll see you next time.